The next replacement we're gonna be doing, it's gonna be the nut and bolt replacement. The nut and bolt replacement we do whenever we do have a screw, or we don't have a screw that fits well, and whether it's too thick, it's not the correct screw for the actual frame. So we would use a nut and bolt to keep the temples in place. We could also use a nut and bolt on rimless frames as well. We do have something called washers, which are these little plastic thingies that we put in between the nut and the bolt. I don't have them here, but for example, if we were using it on a rimless frame, we would need it, or we would use it in order to protect the frame, to protect the lens. So it would be like a little wall in between the actual metal side of the nut and the bolt, in order to protect the actual lens. So that's what a washer, or how we would use a washer. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my flathead screwdriver and remove the existing screws on this frame. So I will remove them. Nope. Okay, one is out. Now I will remove the other screw. I'm going to be using my nail to push it a little bit out. So I'm going to be pushing it out like that to help me remove the screw. That way the actual screw doesn't go back in. Okay, now it's out. Okay, so now we have both of them off. So now what I'm gonna do is, here we have our nut and our bolts. Okay, so I'm gonna start working on one side. Okay, I'm gonna put the bolt. I'm gonna screw it with my finger as much as I can. And then I'll either use the needle nose pad plier, and the needle plier, or I might use my clipper with being really careful. Okay, so I can't do it with my finger anymore. I'm gonna try to do it with the needle plier. Okay, so for me at least, it starts to slip. So I'm gonna try to do it with my clipper, being really careful. So I'm gonna grab it from the top right here, and I'm just gonna start screwing away from me. So again, screwing away from me. Maybe, okay. So I'm gonna hold it in place, and then I'm just gonna rotate the actual frame. I think it's gonna be easier for me to get it all the way in. Ooh. With being careful. So it's all the way in now, all the way through the other side. So now I am going to put the nut. I will put the flat side towards the frame, and then the curvier side is going to be away, like on the facing the floor. Okay, so I'm going to try to screw it in with my fingers as much as I can. I'm going to be holding the I am going to be holding the nut here with this finger because if not, it comes out. So I guess my movement makes it come out. Okay, so I'm gonna try to maybe if I hold it with my needle pliers. Maybe if I hold it in place. Then I just turn it. Okay, I had to remove the bolt to see which method it's easier to put it back in. Okay, so again, the flat side facing the frame and the curvy side. I don't know why it doesn't want to. I'm going to try to work on the other side. Maybe we have better luck on this side. I'm going to screw with my finger as much as I can. Okay, so this side seems to go in smoother with my finger. I'm still turning it. Okay, it's all the way in. I'm going to try to put the knot. Okay, so on this side, it's really good. So the knot is actually going all the way in just by using my finger. I don't know what's going on with the other side, but I'm pressing with my thumb so the actual bolt doesn't come out, and I am twisting it, being careful with my clipper. I'm twisting the knot all the way as close as I can. in order to hold it in place. Okay, there's marks here. Okay, now on this side, we still have the little problem here. I'm gonna try to move it with the clipper. But the only thing that I see, it might be that I can't do this one. I think it got stuck. I think this one got stuck right here. I think it got stuck because I'm trying to move it, but it does not seem to go up. But the nut and bolt should end up looking something like that. It should end up looking something like that. Okay, that was the nut and bolt replacement. The next replacement we are going to do is we're going to replace the temple tips. Okay, so in this frame, I already remove one. I already removed one this side, okay? And the way to remove it is just basically, we heat it up. I don't have anything to heat it at the moment, but we could heat this up. We bend it, we straighten the back bend out. Okay, oh, not too much, but we straighten it. Okay, we straighten it. Then we just wiggle it out. There, we wiggle it out. On this side, I am going to straighten it as well. So it should have already been straight. Now when we have both of our temple ends straight, we get the new temple tips, which are these. And we're going to do one by one. Whenever we have them here, sometimes we can also shorten the length of this by, our clippers. We could cut it like that. We would cut it to lessen the temple length. Maybe the patient's side, on the back side is not too long, and we could make it more comfortable. So it's for a better fit for the patient. Okay. Or if it's, and we would replace temple tips in case like they're old or, they need to be exchanged or something. Okay, so we would just wiggle it in. And now we have one temple tip. We will wiggle the other side. Wiggle. Okay, it's good. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to have to do the bend. 45 more or less bend. This one, I could already see the one that it had. So that's where I'm going to go with on this one. On a patient, it would depend on the back of their ear, on where their ear is. So I'm going to use my thumb as my tool. And then I would hold it with my other thumb, and then I would just curve. I would just curve like that. And I will do the same thing to the other side. I am going to just look at where the little indentation is, where it existed. I will place my thumb there. I will use my other finger for support, and I will just bend. Okay, like that. It has more or less a 45-degree angle, not a 90. Something comfortable that follows the actual arch of the ear. Okay, so that is exchanging temple tips.